Yo, 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 welcome to the Just Be Show, where controversial topics are not an issue. Today, we got a very special lady. She came to chill with us, y'all. Give us some info, educate us in some stuff. She is a wealth builder, a podcaster, a travel consultant. She teaches coaching and leadership. She's an amazing motivational speaker. I actually met her myself through the Payback Speaking Program. Big shout out to the Clark County School District for that. And to top it off, she's a real serial business owner. She's the goddess extraordinaire, and my sister, the Queen of Hearts, y'all. Let me go ahead and bring on the screen. Yo, 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 the Queen of Hearts, what's
Hey,
happening? How you doing today?
peace, bruh. Fabulous as usual. Thank you for having me on as your keynote speaker this evening. You're
Most definitely,
amazing. I
most definitely.
appreciate
Thank you.
it.
Most definitely, thank you, thank you. You at home? You at your house?
I'm chilling in the domain.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Ain't nothing
Yes,
wrong with that.
I'm home. Yes, the comfort spot.
All right, you can hear me all good and all that kind of stuff.
I can hear you great. I can hear you great. I can
All
hear
right,
you great.
perfect,
You can
perfect.
hear me okay?
I can hear you just fine. Well, check this out. So, I done already told the people a little bit about yourself. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the audience, please.
Well, I don't like to brag too much. I'm a wife, a mother, a daughter, a sister, a friend, someone who has a genuine love for all people as a whole. That's pretty much what it is. I exude love in everything that I do, first and foremost. I am someone who considers themselves to just be a builder, a relationship builder. And it doesn't matter what type of relationship you build it, a strong foundation builder. So that's what I do. I am someone who looks to build their community as a whole.
I can respect that. You everything. You top notch, man.
Thank you. Thank you. I like to
you,
think I'm everything.
yeah, man. You definitely a blessing to many. For real, for real. And I know,
Thank you.
and I met you in person. You pretty awesome. I know everybody loved you when I brought you down to do the payback speaking program. Thanks again for being my guest doing that too. Cool,
Thank you
cool.
for the
So,
invitation. Thank you for the invitation. More so than speaking to adults. I love speaking to children. You know, somebody got to speak life into them.
most definitely, yeah, that you ain't never lied. Oh, it's hot up in here, y'all. We in Vegas. Even though the sun ain't out, it's still steaming. It's a
Yes.
steaming demon out here, boy. All right, so check. Let's get right into it. You've told us about yourself or whatnot and all that good stuff. Now, the topic of this thing is the black targets. You ready for this convo? I hope y'all in the audience is ready because it's gonna get juicy.
I hope they ready too. I hope they ready too. Uh, the black target, let's get it. We know
Cool,
that we're a
cool, cool.
target. We've always been a target.
All day, all day. All right, sister. So look, very first question I got for you today, and this is all surrounding the description of this particular episode, y'all, is the serial killings of American citizens, and they just happen to be black. We all hate it. Don't nobody love it. We trying to figure it out. We got to uprise and get to the top somehow, some way. So, sister, has the government done anything to combat racial profiling, in your opinion?
They've done a few things. I tend to lean on the side that our government, as a whole, is really not someone who isn't for change because we have many people, such as ourselves, on many levels of government who do want to combat racial profiling. It gets to a point, usually, um, along the fights and trying to get bills and things passed that unfortunately our lives are used for political gain. We're the root of many things when it comes to passing policies, whether people tend to believe it, want to see it or not. It's most of the time about the black population.
I like that. I like that, sis. I
So
like that.
they've
That
done a
that was
few
deep.
things. A lot of it is really, a lot of things haven't gone in our favor. Some things it's kind of a give or take to everything. We're not going to like everything that they do. It's never going to always be 100% positive. Has to be a two-way playing field. So sometimes we have to take a loss in order to get a gain.
I agree with you there. I agree with you there. And yo, let me interrupt you for a quick minute, sis. Everybody that's watching, do me a favor. Go ahead and start a watch party. Share this live to everybody because we all need to hear it. It don't matter what skin color you is, black, white, Mexican, brown, everything, Asian, persuasion with it. Let us know. I mean, not let us know. Help us out, y'all. Help us out and share this to the world. Start a watch party so everybody can hear what we talking about. We all deserve an ear. We all deserve an education. Sis, that was a beautiful answer. Let me
And I
ask you
know those
one.
those
Go ahead.
watching on my Instagram, I know they can't hear you because I have my earphones plugged into my laptop. So if they can hear me speaking, they would want to go and follow as well. Follow along on Facebook, and they'll see us live. So my Facebook is Determinator, DATERMIN space ACOR, and you can follow live and uh, watch and hear the audio from both sides.
Sweet, 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 sweet. Well, let me go ahead and get my shot, my following out there too.
Yes,
I mean,
yes,
y'all are more than welcome. We live right now on Facebook Live. We also live on YouTube, and all of my stuff is the Just Be Show. I will personally be uploading this show to IG Watch, the IGTV after we're finished. And yeah, follow me at Just Be Speaks on Facebook as well. Let's go ahead and move on, sis.
yes.
This a pretty deep question. Let me get you to turn your music down just a tad bit. I need this
Well,
question to soak in.
go ahead. What you got?
All
Shoot it.
right, so check this out. From a black woman's perspective, what does it mean to you to be black and proud?
It means everything. Who doesn't want to be black? For real. All the things that we go through that, I mean, if you ask anyone, it seems like it's a negative. It's a positive. And I didn't always think like this. I did not always think like this, but it means everything. Who doesn't want to be black? You should be proud of who you are. It's not just, a race, it's not just a color, but I had to adopt these feelings, after growing up being ridiculed because I had dark skin. And I had to come to a reality to be like, where it's not going anywhere. So if people, even of my own color, choose to, make fun of me or treat me any kind of way because they look at me and they think that my color is an issue, it's their issue and it's not
Right.
mine.
Well put, well put. I like that. Black and proud, y'all. If you black and proud, go ahead and hit that like or that heart button to let us know you black and proud. Cause I'm black and I'm proud for
They
sure.
better hit that love button.
Yeah, love heart.
Hit that love button.
You got the little care thing now. You know what I'm saying? Whatever y'all got to do, show us some love if you black and you proud. Represent.
Yeah.
Don't shy away
We
from
want love. We need some love.
it. Yeah,
Love,
yeah.
love, love. What the world needs now is more love. Hit that love button, y'all. You can like it all you
100.
want to. You can actually hate it, but hit that love button.
100. I love it. I love it. I love it for sure. All right, sis. The next question. The headline of this episode is the black targets. In relation to the saying, as I walk down the street, I feel like I got a target on my back. Describe that feeling to the audience.
It's not a good feeling. I mean, to be able to wake up and go outside and face the day, you could wake up happy, and before you even make it to work, your whole attitude has changed. Sometimes people just look at you, and the fact that they look at you and you look a way that they think just isn't the norm, you become a target. You become a target for them to speak to you nasty. We see it all the time. They don't want to serve you. They don't want you to take up space. So you're a target. I've said it many times before in reference to hearing y'all's commander in chief say that there was an unseen enemy, and we know who that is. It's us. We're a target. We're always a target. We've always been a target, and whether we like it or not, it is actually the truth. We are a target. If you can't see it, you're blind, baby. You're blind. You're a
Yeah, yeah,
target.
yeah.
You're
I
born
definitely
with
agree
a
with you
target
there.
on your back if you're black, especially if you're a
Right.
male and you're black. Public enemy
I
number
agree.
one.
I agree. Have you had situations where you was walking down the street and you just felt unwanted wherever you was?
Listen, sometimes I walk into a room and feel unwanted where I am. I'm a very eclectic individual. I'm very colorful. Um, I am told I demand attention when I walk into a room. So whether it's what I'm looking for or not, it's usually what's given, and it's based on the perception of the individual. It's really not me.
I like that.
It's
I
the
like that.
perception of the individual. So I more so try not to think of it like that. I walk into a room and I try to keep my own head space.
Hmm.
You can feel the energies around you when they're not right. If anybody knows me, I'm sure most people know me because I wear, fashionable sunglasses or glasses as a whole. I watch people sit and watch me and stare at me and glare at me and frown upon me without even opening their mouth. I don't care. I don't care, but it is a shame, especially amongst my sisters who look just like me.
Right.
But I'm 40 years old. I've gone through it 40 years, and I've experienced it from every race, including my own.
I hear you there. I hear you there. Shoot, man. You 40? Girl, you look good for 40. Keep it up,
Exactly.
cause you know black don't crack.
I'm 40, shorty. I'm 40, shorty. I'm gonna look like this. I'm gonna look like this at 120.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Long live
Yes.
the queen. That's what I'm talking about. All right, sis.
Yes,
Let's
you
keep
better
let's
say
keep
it
it pushing.
again.
Let's keep it pushing. All right, so check this out. Our home is the United States of America, or they home. Our home. In general, our home is the U.S. of A. It's supposedly known as the home of the free. My question for you is, do you believe there is a white America and a black America, or are we really one nation?
We're one nation divided, and I see that you put white America and a black America, but there's more than just white and black here. And just that statement alone goes to show you how we're at war based on those two races. It's always usually been those two races that we like to mention. Why is the Asian American community not mentioned when we talk about race wars? Why is the Hispanic population not mentioned when we talk about races, when it's against us? Like, where are all these other people? We're so quick to talk about the human race, and everybody wants to say we're all the same. No, we're not. We're not all the same. We are different. Our differences are why we have these many issues because we expect for everybody to be all the same and have the same thought process and live the same, and that's just not what's going to happen. So until we can all agree that it's our differences that make us beautiful, we're going to go through these struggles in life.
I agree with you there, sis. For real, for real.
Mhm.
That
It's
was
a
a good one.
shame. I mean, just like these colors in my hair, right? It's so many different colors on the rainbow, and we focus on it. And that whole statement, "Oh, I don't see color." You a damn lie if you don't see color. What are you trying to tell me that you're color blind? That's not true. You see color. You choose not to face the fact that someone else's color is different than yours because you don't want to focus on the topic of race.
I agree with you. I agree with you for sure. For sure. Yeah, I was personally, my family always brought up people not to see color. We knew there was a difference between white, black, Asian persuasion with it. We understand that. That's something that you understand, just as an American, as a person in general. But we were taught to love all, love equally, and respect everybody. So I definitely see where you're coming from though. Yeah, with one nation divided, that's for sure, for
I
sure.
mean,
Speak to him, sis.
the fact that you said taught. So I'm going to take that back a little bit because when we think about these things, it's a learned behavior. It's a learned behavior. We see many, many times on social media, on commercials, how little children, little innocent children,
Hmm.
can play together without any type of discord. You know why? Because someone didn't teach them not to deal with someone based on their complexion. My son is sitting here, he can't hear me, but he's experienced this. My children have experienced this. I lived in the suburbs of Washington, D.C. before I moved here. And there was a family that lived on the corner of the cul-de-sac who was from London. And they had children, and they witnessed them telling their children not to play with the black kids. We were the only black family in that particular neighborhood. And when they told it to me, I'm like, okay, it's cool. Y'all got many friends. That's their loss. That's their loss. It's their loss on, possibly having one of the best friends they could ever have in their life. But those are their choices. And it's unfortunate. And it's usually based off of the teachings or the lack thereof.
I agree with you there. I agree with you there. So let me just say this. Let's take a moment and not a long moment, but let's just put it out there that let's send our condolences to the Floyd family. You know, um, I wanted to say that before I brought up this
Absolutely.
next particular question, or I want your opinion on this specific question about George Floyd and Minnesota and just everything that's going on. So if his family is watching or if they end up seeing this podcast talk show, um, I feel for you. We feel for you. Me and the Queen of Hearts, we feel for you. We understand what it's like, and you and many other families have to deal with this tragedy. And just know we fighting. We trying to make a change. We trying to make a change. We trying. And Black lives do matter. All right, sis, you ready to get into the nitty gritty?
Let's get it.
Let's get it. All right. The black communities in Minnesota is fighting to keep George Floyd's character in good standing as a loving father, a caring brother, a peaceful man who moved there to how you say it, rehabilitate himself.
Rehabilitate.
There you go,
Hmm.
rehabilitate himself. Yet, at first, and this is my opinion, the media tried to deface the positive person he was. Why do you think this is? Like, why try to make a good man look like a bad person?
Because how can you hate what's good? How can you hate what's good? Your question stated the character of who he is. It's not about the decision that he made that was a poor decision. We all make bad decisions. I don't know a perfect person walking this earth, not one. But usually, when you have people who are out memorializing or standing for something, especially when there's an injustice, they'll pick through anything with a fine tooth comb to find a needle in a haystack to talk about that one particular act to say, well, maybe this is the reason why he deserved to die. No one deserves to die at the hand of another. You didn't bring me here. You don't have the right to take me out of here. Now, let me be clear. When I say that, yes, we do know violence begets violence. But I'm going to tell you later what my stance is on what's happening out here in our communities.
Okay,
We're
let's.
going to dig into that. Because, he was a peaceful man. I don't think there was even much movement that occurred at the time. You can watch these things. It's outrageous to when you look at the video. It's not the video, but even the still picture, you can pick apart all of the things that were wrong there. All of the things that were wrong there. This really shouldn't even be a debate. Why we're still talking about it is what we need to be focused on. Why is there a debate about an unarmed man being killed by someone who had the authority, who was given the authority? We really need to dig into how we resolve the issue at hand. We're, I'm tired of talking, and I'm tired of actually listening to people talk. I'm a talker. It's time to start doing some things. I don't use that words. Ain't no trying. We're going to go do. And we need to go ahead and get together and get it done.
I agree. I agree. I definitely agree with you there. Hold on, we got a couple comments. Let me see. Let me throw a couple of these comments on that before we go to the next question, sis.
Sure.
Who is that? Lily? Lele?
Hey,
Lele?
Lily. Hey, Lily.
She says, "We are one nation divided." You better say that. Speak that right knowledge, Queen of Hearts.
All right,
She
all right,
also
all
jumped on that.
right.
Come to find out, the $20 bill was not counterfeit. Whoa. That's major right there.
See what I'm saying?
That's major
See
right
what I'm
there.
saying? People will say anything. They will say
Right.
anything to
Yeah,
make
then
you
they were
think something.
saying,
You have to be careful. You have to know.
oh, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Go ahead, Tim.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
No, you have
And
to know better.
right. It tripped me out because I didn't heard so many stories. One person was like, "Oh, it was the counterfeit $20 bill." Then the next person was like, "Oh, he
So,
was stealing the TV," and I'm like, "I ain't even never know nothing
so,
about no TV." Right, and it
so
don't
what?
even exactly, exactly,
So, so,
exactly,
so, so. What's the point? What's your
exactly.
point? What's
Exactly.
your point?
It don't make no difference what it was. The act of the murder was the fact that your knee was on this man's neck. And everybody keep trying to throw everything else out. That bothers me that people keep trying to make it about something else. Oh, why is it that if somebody does something and something tragic happens to somebody that they had to do something wrong?
Tim, until it happens to them or their loved ones, they gonna keep talking. Because until it hits home, it's really not your problem. That's
Yep.
the problem.
Yep. I definitely agree with you there. All right, well, let's move in. I mean, before we move on again, y'all, if y'all tuning in, if y'all done tuned in and y'all watching, go ahead and hit them hearts, show that love, show that care, hit them likes, and let us know. And make sure y'all go follow my sis, the Queen of Hearts, on all of her social media platforms. Sis, go ahead and give me your social media one more time for me.
All right, all right. I'm on Instagram at Queen of Hearts with a Z. I'm on Facebook as Determinator, DATERMIN space ATOR. And I'm on YouTube. You can find me there at the Queen of Hearts TH33 Queen of Hearts Z.
Thank you for that. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
that. Y'all make sure y'all go follow, subscribe, and like everything that she got. She's a beast in these streets, and she gonna
Yes.
help us make a change, y'all. 100. All right, sis, check this out.
Yes.
Now, this is for you. This is for the audience. This is for everybody. I want to know this question for everybody. We all have heard of the other black men and women that has been murdered by this law enforcement, like Sandra Bland, Michael Brown Jr., Eric Garner, Tamir Rice, Philando Castile, Freddie Gray, and the list goes on. which is a damn shame. We also witnessed different groups that fought for them. One in particular, Black Lives Matter. That's the most popular group that I know of personally, but I'm sure there was many more, or I'm hoping there was many more. Now they were trying to bring awareness and justice for their families, but not like this fight right here. This fight right here is an uprising. It didn't move from national. It went from city to city, state to state. Now it's national and isn't all the way global. They over there in, I think, Dubai. China's even fighting for it. London's fighting for it. Africa. There's plenty of places that I've heard that I've seen that's trickled around. They out here. We fighting for it. But my question is this: what makes the murder of George Floyd so different? Why didn't we stand up like we with all of these other individuals? What's your opinion?
I don't think that it's that we didn't stand. You just have to look at the climate right now. The entire world's population has been in quarantine and we've been locked up. We've all been in confinement and scared. There's been fear factors. And we're all very tired. We're all very angry because we're being controlled. And then we are being forced to watch the slaughter of innocent people right before our eyes. And we are tired of it. We're tired of it. And we've been tired of it for a very long time. Our people have always fought. This ain't new to us. This ain't new to us. We're a peaceful people, believe it or not. I don't care what they want to paint as a picture about us. Black people are peaceful. We don't give a damn about what you doing until you bring it to us. When you bring it to us, that's where the problem begins. We're peaceful.
I like that. I like that.
So it's just time for an uprising. It's written, Tim. It's written. Our people will rise. We will rise. It's just happening before your eyes.
Right. So it's fair. Now, me and you didn't discuss this particular question I'm gonna ask now, but do you feel like it's look at oh shoot. Do you personally feel like now it's the uprising can rise even higher, and just do you feel like it's exploding because of social media?
I can't say that it's exploding because of social media. I think our people can rise higher because our people are choosing now to rise higher. And knowledge being power is one thing. You can arm yourself with as much knowledge as possible, but until you apply action, it doesn't matter. So it's the action that comes behind the knowledge, and that's what's going to play a very important role in our rise back to power. Our people have been forced to believe that we're inferior and that we're unintelligent. Many of us really don't know who we are, and it's going to take us to get back to providing that knowledge to us and for us to trust us to get justice for just us.
I like that. I like that. Well, you got away with your words for sure. I like it in
Thank
you
you.
though. Yeah, I like it in you
Thank
though.
you.
All right, hold on. Let me get back to my other screen real quick. All right, so I'm a lot of these questions, honestly, let me just tell it to y'all like this. I got a lot of these questions. These ain't questions I just made up. I just literally scrolled like 100 posts on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok. This uprising of people coming together to unite to go against law enforcement and the injustices, it has blown up, and everybody are asking questions. So since this is the Just Be show and we controversial topics are not an issue, I just took the questions that really make you think. So my next question is this:
Mhm.
do you believe that violence is the answer to get answers, surrounding police brutality?
I'm going to tell you that I do not believe that violence is the answer to anything unless it is you're defending yourself against violence. I believe in an eye for an eye. Okay. That's just what it is. If I need to go deeper, I'll go deeper because what you will not do is think that you would cause me any type of bodily harm or anything that I birthed or anything that's in relation to my bloodline, any bodily harm, and you won't get any. That's what you will not do at the end of the day. So um, it's a matter of, are we just talking about nonviolent protest or violent protest? But here's the facts. You can go and protest with the sole purpose of being peaceful, but you have to know what the risks are when you get there. You have to know already that there's someone that is policing you, and the government has given them authority to do certain things. You don't know what they were told to do, how they were told to respond, but you have an intention on, I'm going down here to have my voice heard, or I'm going to stand here peacefully. I'm going to hold these signs. We're told we have a freedom of speech in this country, and that's absolutely not true. We're being censored all the time, even on social media. They don't want you to use your voice, especially if they believe that your message is against what their agenda is. So when it comes to violence, it is based on what is going on. It's circumstantial whether or not violence is the answer.
Well said, well said. I feel you on that one. I feel you on that one. All right, so look, on your personal opinion, and y'all don't get offended by these. It's all about opinions. Everybody is allowed to have their own opinion, and these questions it might bother some of y'all, but guess what? They need to be answered. So let's get them answered. My next question is this.
Look, does my hardiness offend you?
Hey, the queen spoke, y'all. Y'all better listen.
Mm.
All right, sis. Let me ask you this. Do you think first let me say this. Y'all see the question down there, but let me say this. People are out here, we out here fighting for a cause. We protesting for a cause. A lot of people are saying it's not about George Floyd anymore. It is about George Floyd. It's about everybody though. It's about every black person that has to endure police brutality. Brutality from the law enforcement, from the government, or whatever the case may be. That's for sure. That's what the cause is, to uprise and to create change for all the injustice for all colors, not just us. Right now, though, we focus on us because we the ones that's being televised. We the ones that's it's non-stop. We've been dealing with this. We've been dealing with this suffering for years and for years and for
Turn of the
years.
century.
Yeah. It just in history they like, oh, history just repeats itself. No, history been going this whole time. It's not
We
history.
about
It's
to rewrite
history.
history. We get ready to
Ex-
rewrite it.
exactly. That's the
Okay.
whole point. We gotta rewrite it for sure. But let me ask you this, and I'm asking y'all too out there. Do you think the murdering of law enforcement is an act of revenge for police brutality by angry citizens? Is it revenge? They doing it for revenge, or they just doing it to be doing something?
It's both. And that's where the problem lies, because you do have people who are out there who've organized themselves. They've assembled and organized and gone down there with intentions. And then when you put things out there to ask people to come along and be a part of your cause, you don't know who's going to show up, what's on their psyche, and what their intentions are when they get there. See, there are peaceful protests that can be held, and they know that they're going to be arrested because they refuse to move. That's one thing. But when you go and you have a crowd of angry people mixed in with those who have assembled and said, we're going to go down here and this is how we're going to do things, there's an order to it, it can get out of hand. That's what we're watching, right? So
Mm-hmm.
where things get out of hand is where you lose control. And once you've lost control, it just spirals out of control and it becomes a domino effect. And usually, when there's any type of negative energy in the air, what happens? It just continues and it continues and it's a rise and you become enraged. So, people are angry for many things. They're angry at the deaths, they're angry at the police, they're angry at the government, they're angry at their families. It's so many things going on that have caused anger. We're not just angry about one thing, we're angry about many things, many things, and one of them is just the fact that there is no change to what's going on. We're angry about why is it so hard to change the law when it's the law of those who are put in place to enforce the law who are doing these things. There should be not one record of police brutality. It should not be one record of an officer killing an unarmed individual. There's training for that. We need to talk about reformation when it comes to law enforcement. I'm all for giving them psych evaluation tests every so often, drug tests every so often. Nobody talks about those things because they're regular everyday people, just like we are. And most people out here, whether they choose to tell the truth about it or not, are suffering from some sort of mental illness, whether it be undiagnosed or diagnosed and untreated. But you think that's not what the case is for an officer? Oh, yes, it is. They got to go home every night and put their head on a pillow just like you. They got to deal with their families just like you. So when you get to the point of, individuals, like I was shocked. I have not been I was shocked to find out what just happened here at home in Las Vegas. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Like, you've got to be kidding me. But here we are. What do you do? What do you do? What are we going to do? Like, everybody's ready. Everybody's ready to come out because we've been dealing with a pandemic where people are dying just for breathing. And then you have somebody go outside and can't breathe because somebody put their knee in their neck.
I
Wouldn't you
definitely
be
agree with you.
angry?
Oh yeah. Oh, I'll be livid. I'll be livid, man. It's
Mm-hmm.
it's it's so much craziness going on, sis. Like, yeah, I feel you. Like, man, times is rough right now.
And here's the thing, Tim,
Yes, ma'am.
it's some stand up officers. I know many of them. They're my brothers. They're my uncles. Like, there's some stand up officers, and it's just like the ones who we know are put in place and will stand up against their fellow officer. If anything was to go like that, for some reason they are never the ones who happen to be in the mix when this stuff is going on. It's almost like, who do y'all pair up together? Y'all do this on purpose? Because this officer would have checked that officer if that ever would have like looked like it was about to go down.
Right. I definitely agree with
Like,
you.
it's just it's too much. It's too much. I'm gonna try to keep the peace on here because I don't really want people to get outraged because this is that so that people could become outraged. Or I don't want to go there, but I'm angry too. I'm angry too. I birthed kings, so not just being black and a black woman. I'm a black mother. When I birthed my children, they were already a target and already had strikes against them.
Yeah, I know what you're saying now. I had a couple friends reach out to me yesterday and today, and they were worried. Like, they have mixed kids, like Puerto Rican and black, though, not like black and white. Puerto Rican and black.
Hmm.
So her
Same
son look
thing.
her son looked like he a black kid. You know what I mean?
He is. Hmm.
Exactly. And she's fearful. She's fearful for him growing up in this world because right now it's almost like people are judging everybody for having their own opinions, having their own thought process and things like that. And we think that's unfair. She thinks that's unfair. She's like, hold up. People are getting confused. They don't know how to raise. They not that they don't know how to. Y'all don't know how to raise y'all kids. It's the simple fact that they're concerned about how the world is going to treat them. Because right now, and I know a few people that's victims of this. I continuously watching it on social media. Who are y'all to tell somebody how they feel? Just like you said earlier,
Nobody's.
Queen. Exactly. Just like you said earlier, Queen. There is it's how you perceive things. Everybody don't perceive it the same. Everybody don't perceive it the same. So let me ask you this. This another bonus question. Let's go there.
Let's do it.
Why is so many people out here attacking everybody for having their own perception, their own opinions, just because they don't think of the way that you're thinking, or dissecting the first of all, ain't nobody dissecting the situation, in my opinion. We got to take it deeper than what we've been taking it. And I get it because everybody's angry. Everybody got hate in their hearts. But you cannot fight hate with hate. And again, this is my personal opinion. But you know what? From having that opinion, man, you know how many people sent me negative remarks on Facebook? You know how many groups I got kicked out of? Why you think that is, sis? Let me know, cause that ain't cool.
Shame on them. Shame on them. Shame on them because they didn't attack you based on your race. They attacked you based on what? Your difference of opinion. And that's usually just what it is. Right? It's like I
Yeah.
said in the beginning, the differences. How does that make them any different than anyone else? They just didn't kill you for it. But they deleted you. They basically said your ass out of here. You don't exist in this group no more because you
Yeah.
don't think like I do. That to me is the funniest shit ever. Like, I don't need your group, boo. I existed before you. But
Yeah. Yeah.
because I said what I said and you don't like it, I don't have to be here. I don't have to be here, but it's completely the wrong idea to think that if someone doesn't think like you, it's wrong. It's wrong. You if the smartest person can tell you, I don't know nothing. Nobody knows everything. You'll never know anything. Knowledge is infinite and it's unlimited. So what you know may be something different than me. I may have gotten my answers from here and you gotten yours from here. Why are we fighting about that? Debates are good because you tend to learn something. There are so many different systems. There's so many different foundations. And
Hmm.
depending on where you picked it up from, the teaching is different. And how someone else does it, whether it's tradition or they give it to you, is going to be different. It's just really not fair. I mean, life is not fair. Let's just be honest. We are never going to all be the same, ever. That's why we have these problems. Our culture and our way is our culture and our way. The others, and when I say the others, I mean everybody outside of us. Okay, let's be clear. Don't y'all dare talk shit to me on social media about me saying the others because they are the others. We're talking about the black target here. Okay, how dare one particular group of people say this is what we're going to stand for? Everybody outside of this ain't right. Miss me with it. Miss me with it. Anybody that's ever been in my space or ever been coached by you will tell you my mantra is fuck what they think. I don't give a fuck what you think. Okay? Because I'm entitled to have what I'm entitled to have, and that is a difference of opinion. I don't have to agree with you, and we could be okay with having those disagreements and still get along. But if it touches you that much and you're that angry, you got a problem. You got a problem deeper than just what the topic is at hand. It's something deep rooted there, and you need some healing. And until you get it, you're going to suffer.
I hear you, sis. I hear you. Yeah, man. And
It's a
and you know what,
sickness,
y'all?
it's a disease.
I agree. A dis-ease. It was a dis-ease for me. That's a disease for y'all. Like, and
Mm-hmm.
and and but let me do say this though. I'm not gonna name the group. I ain't gonna name drop. The people who did it, they know who y'all is, but it's all good because I still love y'all. We still good.
And
We
guess
gonna
what?
be
You
alright.
you're gonna advance. You're gonna advance without them. It's just unfortunate that you don't have the association somewhere, and it's okay because sometimes God will remove you from some places so that you can get somewhere. Those attachments will keep you from getting where you need to be, and that's in all places, just along the path of life in general.
Right,
Sometimes you
right.
think you're somewhere where you want to be, or amongst a group of your peers or like individuals, and you turn around and realize, oh, okay, y'all really don't love me. You really don't like me. Why am I here?
Right.
Why am I here?
Hey, Lele just dropped another comment. Big ups to Lele, y'all. Y'all make nah, let me not say that. She probably don't want y'all following her page. But hey, big up to her. She's showing much love. Last comment she dropped, y'all can see it on the screen. It says the best revenge a black man can get is what? Is to lose his
To
mind.
lose his mind.
Lose
Deep,
his
sis. I
mind.
love that.
What's your thoughts
I
on that
love
statement?
that. I love that. What are your thoughts on that? I love that because in actuality, what she's saying is the reconditioning. We've been conditioned here on this soil to think this way. When you got a brain of your own and you can use it, you can use it to think outside of the norm. Lose your mind. You might just find yourself.
I feel you. I feel you on that. I can relate to that. I like that. I like that. So Lele, I hope
Mhm.
that you still watching
Shouts
and you
out to
got you.
Layla. She coming with the comments and stuff, huh?
I'm
She
telling
deep.
you, she bringing that smoke. She bringing the smoke to the fire. Yeah, I can dig it. I
Okay.
love it. I love it. I love it.
All right.
All right, let me get back to these questions for y'all real quick. All right, I got about two good more questions. Normally my shows go just about an hour. But this particular episode, we're gonna give others a chance to come on here live and chop it up with you or myself or whatever. But
Okay.
my next question is so a lot of people out here, and again, y'all, this is all coming from social media. This is all y'all. Maybe y'all don't, maybe not all of y'all. All I'm doing is giving y'all the platform to hear what it's like from two individuals. Yeah, we both black, but we from two different walks of life, y'all. It's okay to have your own opinion. I seen this next question. It was a concern of a lot of people, mostly the people in our age groups. You no black don't crack, but I'm about 35. You 40, but still, it's still in our age, in our generation.
Yeah,
They
Generation
want to
X.
know. Yeah, they want to know. A lot of people are concerned about the looters and the rioters burning down their cities and the communities because they're worried because where would they shop for food? Where they gonna get medicine, clothing for the elderly? Well, how about for the children? Or the disabled? What would you tell the rest of us American citizens? Whether we're one nation, like you said, we just divided. What would you tell them about their concerns? They worried, big time.
We learned that from the others. I said it was a learned behavior. Didn't Black Wall Street get burned to the ground?
Yeah, yeah. I just learned about that
It
too.
sure did. Bloop. Let me tell you something. You better learn your history because what the media would want you to believe is that's just something that we do. But I've seen rioting and looting at the end of major league basketball, baseball, just sports where we weren't even out there like that in an abundance. Flipping cars, burning trash cans, throwing trash cans through windows, riding loot. See, riding and looting is different when the individual looks like me. If they're fair skinned, it's a celebration. Oh, they celebrating. It's good then.
Hmm.
Stop it. Stop it. It's only looked at as a negative because it's something that our people are doing in protest to our people being killed. Now,
Hmm.
I ain't going down there. I'm not gonna exhaust that much energy to go throw a trash can through the window and go get something because it's free. Like that's senseless to me. But I really don't care about Target because Target will recover. So, in reference to the question of where are you going to go and get the necessities if you don't have them, what you do now is invest your black dollar in the black community because many of us didn't have those brick and mortar buildings anyway. Go on down there to the garden and get your food. Go ahead and contact that sister that can help you heal with natural medicine or that brother. Go ahead and get that homeschooling done. We have everything. Let's be clear. We have everything we need. We know where it is. Invest your black dollar with your black business owners and build. Help them build. And I'm guaranteeing you that it will balance itself out because that's where your dollar needed to be going anyway. Most of these major corporations are NUDs, non-urban dictates. They don't even market to us.
Say that again.
But
They what?
NUDs, non-urban dictates. They do not market to us. Many of them have come out. Like, being a label.
Oh, shoot, y'all. I don't know what happened. We done lost her. Queen, if you can hear me, come back. I don't know what happened, y'all. It just kicked that smooth out. Maybe she got a phone call or something like that. Hold up. Let me text her. Yo, if anybody of her friends that's watching, do me a favor, send her a message. Let me see. Let me try to put it back. Oh, it's reconnecting right now. Here we go. I don't know what happened.
Are you there, Sam?
What happened?
Welcome to the world of the Queen of Hearts. What happened is what always happen when I'm delivering a message. Anybody that knows me will tell you this what happens all the time.
It just go. They be trying to shut you down.
The truth happened, and they didn't want the people to hear it. But I'm back.
Oh, ain't that about nothing? ain't that about nothing? You know,
that's what happened. You start spitting that truth and the facts of that knowledge. Big brother's always watching, baby.
Right.
Big brother's always watching.
Yeah.
But this voice gonna be heard. I'm gonna make sure it's gonna get heard one way or another. And if they take my voice from me and I got fingers and paper and a pen, I'll write and do just like read it. Read it. Okay.
It's all good. You know what?
I posted. Shut me up. I'm about that life.
Did you see that video that I posted on the Just Be Show page of the young man? I would have to look it up to find his exact name right now. I think his name is at Street Talk on Instagram. He did the poem. He was acting like he was George Floyd, and he was giving a poetic version of what Floyd was going through. Did you see that video?
I did not. So, you gotta shoot that to me in my inbox.
I'll definitely show you. So what happened is they everybody that posted it on Facebook took it down. Everybody. So I did a screen record since I got the iPhone, and I posted it to the show page. And I made everybody share it. And I told them to share it every day for the rest of this week. You can share it every day until this is over. Until we got justice, we can keep sharing it. Just like you said, if they try to shut us down, we're going to come back no matter what. No matter what. So I'm happy that you jumped on here and you ain't let that just go away. Can you hear me?
I do. I get shut down all the time. And I do the same thing you do.
Yeah, we got to keep going no matter what.
I am not to be stopped.
That's
who gonna stop me?
Right. That's pretty out of line.
Well, what's on your folder? What's on your flyer? Who gonna stop me?
Right. The Determinator. Y'all can't stop her. She the Queen of Hearts. She the Determinator. Y'all better listen to the Queen. Don't run from it. Accept it.
You there? Your turn. Look, they about to come for you now. Your turn.
Hey, they've been on my head. That's all.
I can't hear you.
That's okay. They can. The problem is this: they can shut me down off of Facebook, but we still gonna stream live. I'm on my own platform. Let me go
Yeah,
see. Oh,
yeah,
we still live. We still going.
absolutely.
We still going, y'all. We ain't being stopped. We gonna keep going until we can't no more. But sis, let me ask you this: you alright? You over there? You good? Did they? Are they shut us down? You all right?
Hmm.
Speak. Can you hear me?
That part. And that's my point. What I was talking about when you talked about how they gonna get something and worried about it. When you got your own, yeah, we going. I know we going. I got right back on. Here's the thing: when you got your own, you can do some things, and that's why you have individuals such as yourself. I can hear you just fine. Just you got to have your own. So individuals such as ourselves and different networks and platforms, when you're building and you're starting to get into entrepreneurship, we promote this having our own, because if we have our own, we don't have to rely on somebody else for it. We don't have to worry about somebody else's for it. But there are just many of us who are just accustomed to that, being policed and having a government, dictate to you how you need to live. It's the condition, and it's time for some reconditioning. And with that being said, like back to the protests and things like that. There are many things that can be done if you don't know how to assemble, and organize and execute.
Mm-hmm.
Shouts out to NAACP Chapter 111. Come see us. We'll talk to you about some things over there. We have the Black Panther parties here. We have many different organizations, that are represented, who are still here. And you hear a lot of chitter chatter. You hear people talking. You hear a lot of complaints amongst the people. And when you're out in the community, what we need, other than just the leaders out in the community, because we there, we need the people to show up. We need the people to come on out. Since you got so much to say, let us talk about it. Since they have people of certain positions and power who can get these things done for you, but you need to show up. You need to show up. And speaking of which, I want to make sure I throw this out there, because Juneteenth is our real freedom day. We've been taught to celebrate July 4th as the independence. That's not our independence. We were freed in June on the 19th. And with that being said, Juneteenth has occurred. Flag raising was just on the first. There are many things going on. The Moulin Rouge here, as far as the revival of the Moulin Rouge took place. There is a Miss Juneteenth pageant for Nevada that is taking place. And there's the Black Family Reunion, where we want you all to come on out and social distance the right way. Why? Because the entire world is actually looking at Las Vegas. That's why we were in these spaces. They were watching. The 4th was the date that gaming was supposed to open up. But guess what? That protest and all that stuff y'all got going on ain't gonna stop what we doing. And those of us who are working to make sure Juneteenth is a national holiday. So we want petition signed. The power is in the pen. It's always been in the pen. The voices is what's getting the message out. The pen is what's going to do it. Write it into law. I expect to see everybody that look like me, that don't look like me, come out and social distance at the park at Craig Ranch Regional Park on June 19th at 5 o'clock. There are many dates. I need you to follow it. Thank you for putting that up, Tim. Look, we
No
almost there.
problem. No
We're trying to
problem.
get to 3,000. We almost there. Share it everywhere, because we deserve to have some real acknowledgement for our freedom. Many of us don't even really know what that's about. Come on, it's time to learn. It's time to learn. It's time to know the truth about who you are, how you're represented, and get things changed. In order to get changed, you got to do some things, and one of them is show up. Show up. Otherwise, shut up.
There we go right there, y'all. That's Juneteenth.us. go ahead and jump on that, y'all. And if y'all won't change, you know what I mean, you want to be a part of that, we need to include that into our history. That need to be a you want it to be a holiday, right, sis? A national or a national what's it called, recognized holiday, right?
National holiday. We have our brothers and sisters in many different cultures who are standing in solidarity with us. There's a flag that was just raised in Ghana and Africa to show how much they support what we've gone through as a people. As a people, I need y'all to really do your history to see why it's so important. I want to see y'all out there. There's so many major things that are going to take place and that are taking place. This is history in the making as we speak. We are all a part of it. You want change, you have to be the change. You have to be the change. Our ancestors did things back in, slavery days. They've done back in the civil rights era. There's a new era. There's a new era. Things are going to change because we're not going to tolerate what was done in the past anymore. And this is why these talks about violence and nonviolence are coming up. You equipped us with the tools, fool. You did it. But the minister spoke on this. If y'all didn't hear it, you better go watch the tape. When they kill us and when we kill them, it won't happen again.
I hear you. I hear you. I hear
You
you.
kill me, I kill you. When
An
I
eye
start
for an
taking
eye.
you out of here, it's gonna end. Yeah, it's gonna end. Like it was I can't think of the case, but it's out here. I'm sure everybody's probably seen it where there are some white folks who are out there standing with us in many things, in the courtrooms and on the front lines of these protests. And they're right on the front. Thank God for them, because guess what? They see them. They act like they don't. They're actually unseen. So they're at the front, right? We're at the
Mm-hmm.
back. In order to get to us, if they on the front, they done been told don't harm them, because some of them are the politicians' kids. Just like the PKs be showing out all the time. That's a preacher kid. Preacher
Yeah,
kid out
yeah.
having sex, drugs, rock and roll. I can't believe you, the preacher's kid. The politician kids is out there too.
Right.
You better not kill them. So they are actually they're many, and it's a lot of people that's angry. There is prejudices that exist among all races. And who
Mm-hmm.
gives a damn who's the most racist? I don't give a damn who's the most racist. I just want y'all to leave me the hell alone so I can exist in peace in my own space, me and my family. And that's how everybody needs to walk around in peace. If everybody
Right.
just chose to be peaceful amongst themselves and not worry so much about what's going on, minding other people's business. If it's not directly affecting you, it's really just not your business.
Right. 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 I feel you. So we had one of the listeners,
That's how
audience. They
it
said,
started. The war started.
right. They said, glad you're getting your message out. Big up to Tiki though for watching and tuning in with us. We definitely appreciate you. So
What's
sis,
up,
you,
Tiki?
you got anything other special comments or anything you want to let the people know? If not, I'm gonna go ahead and give them the opportunity to tune in themselves. The best I can do is if you're watching on Facebook Live, I can drop it in the comments, the link to get there, or you can just send me a personal message on Facebook Messenger at Tim Just Be Bradley, and I'll shoot you the link if you want to get on and say what you got to say. But sis, you got the flow first, so if you want to say your last few words before we start answering these questions, go ahead and do your thing.
I just want I want the Las Vegas community to come out to the Black Family reunion, because this is a new world that you're going to be entered into. You can't stay in the house forever. We're going to promote social distancing, y'all. I've been out here the whole time. I ain't been under quarantine. I've been out here. I've been watching to see what the streets look like, where everybody's in the house, what's been going on, paying attention. And the Juneteenth planners have really put things in place so that such a time as this, it's time to come out. We want to make sure that you all know, have your face mask. If you don't have any, we have some there. But the media will be watching us, you all. It will be a force there watching us because the expectation is that we're animals and we don't know how to act. When they think black, they are in fear that we are going to have some type of rioting, looting, or just flat out, they already don't want us there. We can come out and have a good time because that's what we do. And we're going to do it for a cause. I want y'all out there. We're going to have a face mask contest giving away a cash prize. There'll be many performers. Capo will be out there. Compton Native Music will be out there. X will be out there. Too Sweet to be out there. And then we have a host of motorcycle clubs and social clubs that'll be out there. Big up Sick with it. We got family MCs. Dazzling and her crew will be out there. We got people out there in place, y'all. We gonna have a good time, and all in the name of all things Juneteenth. Hashtag all things Juneteenth. It's a huge lineup. Be paying attention. If you decide you still don't want to come outside because you're in fear, I can understand that, and I'm not going to force you. But you can also watch all of the Juneteenth activities that are about us at Juneteenth.tv or SoulCity.us. Join the party. Start paying attention to your own community. Let's start not paying attention to the incitement of anger, because that's all it is. It's to cause outrage. And if you're outraged, most likely it's going to lead to what? Violence. We're not going to jail. We're not dying. I'm going to say that again. We're not going to jail, and we are not dying. We're living
Let me say it one more
all
time,
day
sis.
long, and we're loving all day long.
We are
At
not
one
going to
time,
jail,
together.
and we are not dying.
Together. Unity. This is about unity. Unity. Division is over amongst us. It's about unity. I expect to see y'all at Craig Ranch Park on the 19th, y'all. 5 o'clock is what it is. Show up and show out. And when I say show out, that means come out there like we do. Suited, booted, ready to party. 6 feet distances, crowds of 10 or less. Get your face mask on. They're going to be watching. I'm sure they're going to have their helicopters. Media going to be out there. The city council, our officials will be out there. Law enforcement definitely going to be out here now that y'all showed y'all ass downtown. So what we're not going to do is go to jail that day. And what we're not going to do is we're not going to die that day or any other day forward. Because we're going to learn some things while we're out there. And we're going to put this legislator out there. We're going to have us a national holiday. We will be recognized and represented the proper way because we were freed. And when you do your history, you'll see how long it took for us to realize that and who had to tell us.
2 years, I learned that.
Rise up, y'all. Rise up, y'all. It's a new day.
Sweet, sweet, sweet. Hey,
Okay.
well, big ups
Let
to
me
you,
tell you.
sis, man. It's been a whole extra 8 minutes. I dropped the link. Ain't nobody jumped on. I guess ain't nobody trying to say nothing today, but it's all good because
Okay,
it's gonna be
cool.
melt. It's gonna be more episodes to come for sure.
They scared, Tim.
Yeah, it's
They
all good though.
scared.
It's all good. Everybody ain't ready for that smoke. We get it. We get
Yes.
it. But you know
It's
what?
all love. I stay
Yeah,
ready. Bring
yeah.
it to me. I got what you.
We gave them the platform. We got an audience. You educated. You blessed us, and we definitely appreciate you. I'm definitely looking
Yeah.
forward to get you back on another
I
episode. Is,
appreciate
is
you
that gonna
too.
be all right? Can I get you on another episode maybe next week or
Oh,
so?
I'm always ready. If you want to do it next week, just hit me up. I'll see what kind of time I can put in for you. Maybe we'll have to do it at a different location because your girl got 8 arms and 8 legs and she be everywhere.
Cool. Well, sis, again, thanks for showing up and showing out. I definitely appreciate you. You definitely showed us why you the Queen of Hearts and what's the extraordinaire goddess or the goddess extraordinaire. And I'm so happy that we had a chance to do the payback speaking program, and then we had a chance to get you on this platform. And just always remember to smile, laugh, and definitely motivate and inspire one and inspire all. And I thank you. Salute.
Yes, I appreciate you.
Salute. And I will get at you in a little bit, sis. Thank you again.
You're welcome. Peace.
Peace. Yo, that was dope, y'all. I wish y'all would have jumped in, you know what I'm saying? But it's all good, you know? It takes some getting used to. Everybody ain't comfortable being on the camera, but don't worry about it. We showed up, we showed out, we educated y'all, and you know, we did as best as we can. I'm out here, I'm in here sweating. It's hot. These studio lights got me on fire, y'all. Jesus Christ, it's hot. Whew! I'm about to let my hair out and just shake them things with something. Whew, Jesus Christ, it's super hot. But again, y'all, thanks for tuning in to the Just Be Show, where controversial topics is never an issue. And like I said to sis, remember to smile, laugh, and definitely motivate and inspire one to inspire all. I love y'all, and I'm gone.